Wait, are you doing a bit of that tribal tonight? Eh? I can't hear you. Oh, that's fucking good. I've been waiting for it all night. Is there an ice cream, man? Wait. Can I have an ice cream?
What yourself making it up? What?
Oh, yeah. Okay.
That is cool. Is it going to be interesting whether it's going to shut the doors or not? Shut the ramps? Right, guys. That was weird. I'll be sitting there and check. I'm actually watching this. That's like that. But yeah, I'll message you. Yeah, we'll fuck this. There we go. Thank you very much. And I will see you. Appreciate it. Yeah, everything we have been doing this is like that. It's some part of the problem on that part. So, easy, and I'll see you tomorrow. I like it. Bye.
Charlie exchange is critical. And what's critical is they literally on the platform at nearly 20 million subscribers, and he makes me about all sorts of gaming drama and other things going on in the world. And you might even see that on my channel. I'm taking inspiration from him in some regard into how I typed up some of my videos, like the blind situation is crazy, it's insane. What's the choice in this? The situation is truly great. And yeah, he really is an OG of the YouTube channel. You've got everything on YouTube. They started in wrestling promotion back about a year or so. Despite the fact that I am a big fan of Charlie, I am a fan of Critical, I have never actually watched the Voice Wrestling League, which is the name of the wrestling starting. So today, after this video is full, you're going to check out the Voice Wrestling League, the first time to found why they have this was an down and good series company. So it's like videos of the channel and let's just get into it. As the Voice Wrestling League was announced on March 3rd of 2023, a video we posted to YouTube channel titled WWE Using Trouble. And Charlie officially announced the Voice Wrestling League on well alongside the video and the way he sells it and gives us the idea of what the is actually really interesting. He has a very interesting philosophy behind WWE world. With the slump of backyard wrestling, and I would want to be expert when we watch it to it's just something missing. And I thought, why not combine your attitude era wrestling, backyard wrestling stuff? So he thought, let's just fucking let it rip. Then WWE, as he also gives a preview of the first NWL match with some backstory and more to the wrestling as well. Now, let me start with unfortunately, it's that lots of the wife and his house and okay, so it's not part of where he doesn't subscribe. So he has no mercy for the stock market and quietly and all the laws and stuff that it's last week gave him now. He go to the stock market and stuff. Yeah, okay. So yeah, he was Chainsaw versus Dow Jones is the first NWL match, and as he mentioned, these guys are actually workers. Chainsaw actually works regularly under the name of Real Drago, and he's done a couple of NWA appearances before, and then Dow Jones is actually just Brian Idol, funnily enough. You might recognize as being a staple on top of David Morgan's NWA, which I know isn't pretty much of a compliment, but he's a former NWA TV champion, and someone I actually recognize. Yeah, let's just go ahead and get straight into the first match of the NWL. It's Chainsaw versus Dow Jones. As we open with a nice looking NWL intro, which is present in all the future matches, as Charlie is on commentary alongside Chase and Aaron, and instantly I can notice the former NWA Women's Champion Natalia Markova sat right behind them. And I gotta wonder if she'll be appearing on any upcoming episodes herself. As we get a pre-take from Chainsaw where he talks about his wife Betsy leaving him after he went broke in the stock market, and he makes his entrance to a thunderous ovation from the 6 people in attendance, who somehow sound like thousands of people cheering. Then we get Dow Jones with a pre-take of his own as he says Chainsaw failed to take responsibility for his bad investment before he makes his entrance for this match, and we get into it. As they first introduce the ref, who is Commissioner Phillips, who falls in the ring trying to enter it. He's a recurring character here on the NWL. They grapple up to start this one off as they do your basics with the leapfrog into the hip toss, etc. And Chainsaw takes control early with multiple body slams and takes him around the world, throwing him into every corner, but Dow Jones makes his comeback with a reversal out the corner. Dow Jones bribes the referee and uses the distraction to his advantage and continues to beat down Chainsaw with chops and strikes. As Chainsaw makes the comeback and is charging up his fist, but he is stopped briefly before then hitting a spine buster. Dow Jones comes back with a big moonsault and gets the briefcase out, looking for the 401 KO, which is his finisher, as he crushes Chainsaw's head in the briefcase. He tunes up the band, but Chainsaw avoids and hits a spear on Dow, and he goes high risk and hits the Chainsaw death drop on Dow Jones to pick up the victory here. Post-match though, he is attacked by Nasdaq, who is Dow Jones' former partner and disguised as a fan, as he hits him with a stunt, and that's how we end the first ever NWL match. A very interesting match, gotta be said. I thought it was fine, it got better in the final third for sure, and especially the commentary throughout was thoroughly entertaining. But overall, a nice little taster for what is to come for the NWL, and trust me, the matches get even crazier from here. As before we get to our next proper match though, there was an angle that NWL shot that we're going to talk about because it's kind of a match in itself, and wow man, Chainsaw has died. Yeah man, how sad is that? That stunner that Nasdaq did nearly killed him, and they are doing a memorial service here, and it's pretty funny stuff. As they give a heartfelt tribute to Chainsaw with various people coming up to give speeches for him, including the commissioner and also Natalia Markova, who's acting as Chainsaw's sister, and she reveals that he has lost his battle to the fart cancer. Every time you ever slap people are mixed with the cigar and so it's working out. That's right. Yes, I don't believe it. Except one takes it into the Right, in comes Dow Jones to spoil proceeding that he makes fun of him with buying the ball, and then himself and Natalia Markova start going at it and start scrapping, and he basically got ourselves a full match here and the Markova gets the upper hand at first, but Dow comes out on top, snapping her in half, and Markova, by the way, found a million bumper by the way. Dow Jones looks to use the coffin, but she makes a comeback briefly before being sent to the podium and takes some punishment with a kendo stick. Pretty much any time Markova makes a quick comeback, she gets stopped instantly, and Dow just hits up with some crazy shit in return. Markova then jumps off of the coffin and garners Dow into a bunch of chairs, and she looks to use the chair, but Dow avoids and super kicks the chair into her face. And he finishes off Markova with a powerbomb from the coffin, going down Markova is taking everything this one, but it's very quickly realised that chainsaws the balls is not in the coffin. The coffin is on the way straight through it. And from the dead, a chainsaw walks right through the front door. He's resurrected, he's alive again, and he uses the coffin as his weapon against the dog he put it down as he carries his sister away. Wow, man, that animal truly lives emotion and heartbreak, crazy about sports, intergender wrestling, big plot twist, and then gotta be said, that was absolutely incredible, genuinely incredible. But anyway, we go back to the briefness of our next match in the actual match. All horses are pretty well named in American Indie scene wrestling. AEW wants. He's got a plastic baby doll with him, which he's pretending is his child. He makes an open challenge to anyone he enters. And it's answered by Genie Maker. And his gimmick is that he carries around a genie lamp and sucks people's soul. Yeah, I'm not even joking. We've got a long match here ahead, and Genie Maker instantly tries to bring Warhorse's soul, but Warhorse's spirit fights on as we kind of get some invisible man going on here. Warhorse's soul sends Genie Maker through a table, and Warhorse then regains his spirit, though as we can get Maggie now. And Warhorse is in full control to start this one off, as he has loads of energy fresh on being resurrected. Commissioner Phillips spawns in again. He's angry this match is happening behind his target, takes the baby away. Christian Hamilton 13 to wrestle in the NWL. As Jimmy Maker gets his comeback going, using the chair to his advantage with some interesting offense, but Warhorse quickly back into it with a drop kick, bulking to make it all breaker. And they go back and forth some more with Jimmy Maker mostly in control, heating up the Warhorse who begins powering hard in the outside of the Jimmy offense, and he begins to come back in with the big areas. Some big near balls and submissions exchanged, and Genie Maker with a crossbody to the outside. He brings the coffin from under the ring and is able to drop kick Warhorse with and movement now on top, and Warhorse with a big elbow drop, and he's about to win. But Genie Maker then tells him that he beats him, he can steal the soul from his son. So Warhorse ends up cancelling the pin, and then Genie Maker uses the barrier again to stop the soul from Warhorse another time. Slams down the match again, and Genie Maker wins via soulless match. Yeah, that is a first time for me as a wrestling fan seeing a match in that way. Very gimmicky style in this one. He pushes the wins, difficult and it's fun to win. But I still found this one to be very enjoyable and just a very interesting watch in general. For this next match / video, though, I thought it would be more effective for me to actually react to this video rather than giving it to monitoring on it to understand why I definitely wouldn't be. As the next voice wrestling video is called Silent Night, preempted and dark down, we've got ourselves a wrestling match inside of a library. Wrestling Silent Night. So I'm going to tell that this is like done in a library. But I wonder if this will be actually like it's actually like a silent library, like a true silent library. Like, I don't know if they're like back again. Like it's interesting character since we have engineers in the background of this thing it's like in the real life the background on the stand that's it's been on it now. Oh, straight to the shelf. £8 a bottle. The bunch of idiots now have more than weapons. Oh, there you go. Oh, the bit. I want to say one thing about voice wrestling I think it done very well. Like the site and things like not really good. The page was everything. Now they're doing it live for really circling around the circle here. Great. Yeah, I'd say it's interesting how they've just got Bob's side of things. All the time great about him getting discovered all the So I think it's the perfect time to start investing in the pre-planned job site and the dream because then you require life technology. By the way, breaking from scratch there. Nice thing. Library issue people clowns. What do you mean library issue? Okay, you can put them on now and down to
It's time for us.
sounds like okay, so now you can take on the side line and stuff like that. And then turn around with the things on the top of it. Another line with something. So, about to make it come back. I'm going to be one of the extras. So I'm just selling in the little train to watch them and give them that from the line. Oh, there you go. And it's again. I was on legs. Oh, okay, never mind the nipple on that. So it's a little different here. Wow. There you go. Now can be protected all the way. Wow. You can't buy the band of it. I'm not going to pump the head. I've got the chest off the head. So it's great. Oh, Fighting still fight for the surrounding. Oh my god, it's the white thing running. That's a power. That's a power. That's a power. Oh no, that's a power. Yeah, it's running. That is angry. It's like, I don't recognize the guy. And it's just much the stock market. It's obviously good health. Very dangerous there, but get it done. It's the cover. Sometimes it's the out it. Out it. That's fine. Fine. Okay. That's fine. Oh. Good job. What? What about economy? That's it. It's a good economy. I think it does. Book sale does. And they don't book sale because that is. Oh, guys, I think the very speculative confidence. I'll take the way to spot that. What's them out? Oh, he just wants to listen to the book show. Yeah, I don't know. Jump it down. Oh no. It's it's not that good to play. I don't feel the problem. Yeah, that's it. Just stay. Unbelievable. What flower? I want to flower. I'm very glad. I'm glad it's a bit fun. It's awesome to watch it. Wow, wow. Wow, you know what? I need to just give people fun. And now we go interesting. Yeah, that's that line. Gloucester, I can't deny that. But let's go on to our next final match of the month. For our final match, though, it comes with a video titled Angry American Really Hates Anime, which is one with the news couldn't tell that this big wrestling match was wrestling related video. And it's Texecutioner taking on all the young and you can probably guess the Texecutioner hates anime. Charlie is the referee for this one, and right out the gate there's a ladder involved, as I didn't even realise that this was a ladder match, and this was probably the most gold match on this card. Well, which is pretty second match, but it's a pretty fairly straightforward match. There's a corkscrew elbow off the top to take lying on a ladder, and then there's a ladder bridge set up as it's all on top of the ladder as an executioner bombs onto the ladder bridge beneath them. They climb up the rungs, but duel with each other once again, and Oregon is then sent onto the ladder below as executioner ground and plays and gets the win. In the briefcase with an MWL contract, the executioner officially signed on as the MWL talent, and there has been another MWL on this side. On the paycheck that way. Imagine being just like Base 44, the AI creation platform. Subscribe if you want. Watch it take shape. And customize, expand, any direction. For one, platforms ready for many projects with enterprise grade systems. Everything is built in and ready to launch. It's new. It's small, it's agile. It's making everything now, right now. This is a great strong performance. This is a great zone, but getting in zone and staying. That is what I love that's control. So that's why we make great effort. It's like a do not disturb setting with your mind. It gets you focused in just 5 minutes, using science and sound. Rhythm guides your brainwaves into an optimal state of productivity, called neurophase locking, which lets different parts of your brain work together more easily. You're at an average music, and if it actually increases and sustains your focus over time, letting you stay in the zone. But yeah, I gotta say, unfortunately, I found this one kind of unexciting, mainly because it was just normal. It was just normal. And the precedent had been set with the matches that I've been seeing so far. This was just a straightforward match, not expecting more. But yeah, that is the last NWL Voice Wrestling review as it appears as though the Voice Wrestling on more extended hiatus. I haven't really been able to find an answer online as to why the voice wrestling stopped. It just kind of abruptly ended. My guess is that maybe this 13th episode was just like a text or a page on it kind of selling the idea of the voice wrestling company to come back in the future. And my opinion is that if the voice wrestling is the determination focus on stuff outside of the regular matching inside of the thing, like the funeral, library matches like the best part of the show. I think that whole match is really suited to unlimited possibilities of a match that would be a match that was making a water park or whatever. And all the stuff they did in the thing at first was pretty cool. It's just that last match was very unexciting comparing to the library match. Just night and day, there was so much more entertaining. And it's those kinds of matches that will really make you stand out. Magic Wonder, what the future of the voice critical, voice present. I want to really know this video announcing talks about what's becoming eventually. It's obviously out the materialize of possibility. But overall, I want to say Charlie voice critical, what I saw the voice president and a long time president. I really enjoyed it. I would definitely like this to still more and I think my favorite was probably the funeral band with Italian art on the like crazy and literally everything. overall the voice wrestling gets it thumbs up on it. Let me know down below in the comments what you thought. When you watch those times, I'm so switch like Mike have been missing a name in one of the levels. But it's safe to say that Jay White's booking the entire point has been totally found in a classic question. And just worry about it. Because I'm going to say it's $8 and with Forbidden Door taking place tomorrow night, according to once again, I've been quite potentially in terms of I'm so far getting quite and talking about and discussing just how horrible people are feeling. So, like the subscribe me my more from top 10 wrestling. Let's talk about the down on the game like the Jake White's wrestling training out together with the it's really professional. Every he's able to train in the UK and he's applying to the top honourable holder and the travelling and out to the UK. And took this time meeting in the UK with the unbelievable Japan Pro Wrestling wrestler Porter deadly to gave Jay White his card and sent it in time. Following that, he was introduced to bands like Harley and Shinsuke Nakamura, offering a spot and then he could go as a young lion, and Jay White would accept the offer and then get it sorted. So just like that, in only 2 years of his career, Jay White had already made it to one of the top coaches in the world and was going to be in Japan. And now obviously his New Japan Pro Wrestling career is very 10 minutes video is about his AEW run, so I try to keep this concise while also covering as much as I can without deciding on the down at all. His first couple of years in New Japan, he took a lot of losses, which is a combination of not intended to. He also did an excursion in the US as well, working on Ring of Honor. Come late 2017, Jay White would return from the excursion, now under the Switchblade moniker, and he was joined again for expansion as they were this led to a match between White and Kenny Omega for the IWGP United States Championship, with Jay White defeating Kenny Omega and winning his first bit of gold in Japan. And just like that, he was a made man, and it was only up from here for Jay White in Japan as following his fight in 2018 which he had a strong showing. And that same year, he could defect from Chaos to join the Bullet Club, becoming the leader of the universe. He would spend the next 5 years in Japan at the very top, winning multiple remarkable edge, such as the IWGP Heavyweight title twice, the Heavyweight title, and the IWGP West title, the first and Grand Slam ever upset. However, obviously, over the years, the Bullet Club lost a fair bit. That is a long one time by this point in the world title at the beginning of 2020. He played this model later however, he was still free to compete and American, so that was until he lost it. Japan managed to end into its officially and from here, there was obviously only one place that Jay White was going to end up, and after some back and WWE would end up in AEW. Obviously, during his New Japan run, he did have a couple to the AEW backstage. And he would be like a big success with the belt. But Jay White would show on the 5th of April 2020 title ring officially becoming Eats, and he would reunite with former stablemate Juice Robinson, and shortly after they were joined by Red Diamond Club and take back that, no, make a horse. Costco was interesting. Referees will count faster for their back-check items. But JD McConnell, and I'm going to just hit my finisher on Roman here. It was on the top left, depending on how fast Tom counts. So we'll see the perfect pin. Very quick in response. Make fast count. Oh, what? Is that a red card? Hold on, I got to broken now and see if he counts slow. Alright, I'm going to hit the spear, and we'll see if Don counts slow. Oh, look what he's doing. He's not counting the parry. He's doing it. Count slow. 1, 2. Oh. And the jumping turn, that's crazy. Break the ring with an avalanche and adjustment. Now we're going to do some damage here. It's not that hand. You have to get 2 parts of it. Okay, so you're going to do it. Spread it. We'll go over here. We're going to have the avalanche and its adjustment. We'll just break the ring to the left wing. Going for a second to win Austin. Apparently, Travis Scott was supposed to be in this game, and there is a motion. And generic superstar 20 wants his entrance. It doesn't feel like Travis Scott. Okay. Stop this. Generic is crazy. It just kind of feels like Travis Scott, like WrestleMania 41. I think this is a big one. What? Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is it. Now I know that most of you guys probably know at least half of these bits. One in this video that I have seen no problem. They just let him damage than just the regular stuff. They would regular hammer here with the looking man lights on and just hit the hammer. Okay. So that's what the button does. Now we're going to the green paragraph. Let's get rid of it. It was the same exact damage. And it's because he lets out a mouth sound. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I'm just gonna go down here. Went into the abyss. See it right there. And I guarantee you it's just going to be right. There's the chainsaw. And it just it's a big mess that you can get the thumb taps on the announcer thing. The grab those thumb taps. And this way. And it aids. They stay on the table. You can see him on the ground. Yeah, that's a bit less than the first one. Just like the real life. It's light, it's a thing, which means when we look and that's in WWE, it's so long. It looks like the mic is bigger. I think it's the mic is bigger. It is. That is awesome. Can't hear you. I got a shot. Well, on your opponent's chest. Let's make it moves. Let's go. Let's go. This is number 9. This is number 10. Let's take a video of his chest. No damage. No loss. If I can glitch, I get the theater. That was just the side of my foot. It's going to come out here. All of them in the entrance. So I gave Cody the undisputed title, the World Heavyweight Championship, as well as the Intercontinental. So, it's a good boss. The Cody came in, that's just the two comments. Where's the arm right now? It's 826. Look at Charles Robinson right here. And I'm going to end with a stop now. Here, another one.
Maybe we need to get a dog out there more. Okay. Is there like one over here by commentary? Get a move. Move, wait, that is. You get serious.